Life and legacy of Quincy Jones, a music titan who worked with Frank Sinatra, Michael Jackson, Ray Charles, and so many more, passing away.
Quincy Delight Jones Jr., a name synonymous with musical excellence and creativity, passed away on November 3, 2024, at the age of 91. His death marked the loss of one of the most influential figures in the history of music, a man whose work transcended genres, generations, and national borders. From his groundbreaking work as a jazz trumpeter to his revolutionary contributions as a music producer, composer, and arranger, Jones's impact on the world of music is immeasurable. His legacy is one of unparalleled versatility, adaptability, and artistry. Jones was responsible for shaping some of the most iconic moments in music history, including his work with Michael Jackson on Thriller, the best-selling album of all time. He also produced and arranged for legends such as Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, Ray Charles, and Miles Davis, among countless others. Throughout his remarkable career, Jones won 28 Grammy Awards, was recognized for his contributions to music and culture, and became an ambassador for the universal language of music. This report explores the life of Quincy Jones Jr. in detail, examining his early years, career milestones, personal challenges, and the enduring legacy he leaves behind. It offers a comprehensive look at how Jones shaped not only music, but also the cultural landscape of the 20th and 21st centuries. Early life and musical beginnings. Born on March 14, 1933 in Chicago, Illinois, Quincy Delight Jones Jr. was raised in a family deeply rooted in music. His father, Quincy Jones Sr., was a carpenter and a well-known figure in the community, but it was his mother, Sarah Francis, who ignited his passion for music. She was a pianist who introduced him to the rich sounds of jazz, blues, and classical music, fostering in him a lifelong love of the arts. At the age of 10, Jones' family moved to Seattle, Washington, where he was introduced to the trumpet. By his teenage years, he had already developed a reputation as a prodigious musician. As a young man, he studied at the Seattle Conservatory of Music and later attended the prestigious Berklee College of Music in Boston. His early exposure to a variety of musical genres, coupled with his natural talent, set the stage for his future as a versatile musician and composer. Jones's breakthrough came when he joined the Lionel Hampton Orchestra in the early 1950s. He quickly became one of the most sought-after young trumpet players in the jazz world, working with some of the era's most revered musicians. His time with Hampton, as well as his later collaborations with other jazz legends, helped him hone his skills as both a performer and an arranger. By the late 1950s, Jones had established himself as a key figure in the jazz community, known for his ability to blend complex harmonies with accessible melodies. Transition to a composer and arranger. By the mid-1960s, Quincy Jones had fully transitioned from being a trumpet player to becoming a renowned composer and arranger. His work as an orchestrator for a number of major recording studios allowed him to develop a unique style that combined the best elements of jazz, classical music, and contemporary pop. He arranged and composed music for a variety of artists, including the legendary Count Basie, Frank Sinatra, and Duke Ellington. Jones's orchestral arrangements for Sinatra's Sinatra at the Sands, 1966 album, were a defining moment in his career, showcasing his ability to weave together complex arrangements with impeccable sensitivity to the singer's voice. Jones also worked extensively with other jazz greats, such as Ray Charles and Miles Davis, developing a reputation for being a versatile and innovative arranger capable of tackling any genre. By the late 1960s, Jones was also establishing a name for himself in the film industry, composing scores for films like In the Heat of the Night, 1967, and The Italian Job, 1969. His success in film scoring would become a significant part of his legacy, helping him bridge the worlds of music and cinema in ways few artists had done before. The birth of a legendary producer, Off the Wall, and Thriller. The 1970s marked a transformative period in Quincy Jones' career. It was during this decade that Jones became known not only for his compositional work, but also as one of the most groundbreaking music producers of his generation. His partnership with Michael Jackson proved to be one of the most iconic collaborations in music history. Jones first worked with Jackson on the 1978 album Off the Wall, a project that marked the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship between the two. The album was a critical and commercial success, laying the groundwork for the even greater achievement that would follow. In 1982, Jones produced Thriller, which went on to become the best-selling album of all time. Thriller not only solidified Michael Jackson's place as a global icon, but it also transformed the music industry, setting new standards for pop music production. Jones's production on Thriller blended a wide range of genres, from pop and rock to R&B and funk, creating a sound that was both innovative and commercially appealing. Songs like Billie Jean and Beat It featured groundbreaking production techniques, while the album's music videos helped revolutionize the concept of the music video as an art form. Jones's work on Thriller remains one of the most influential moments in the history of popular music, with a lasting impact that continues to inspire artists today. Expanding the boundaries. Contributions to film and television. In addition to his work as a music producer, Quincy Jones made a significant impact in the world of film and television. His film scores, including his work on In the Heat of the Night, 1967, earned him critical acclaim and opened doors to further opportunities in Hollywood. Jones became one of the first African-American composers to work on major Hollywood productions, a trailblazer who brought his unique sound to the silver screen. Jones's contribution to film also extended to his work as a producer. In the 1980s, he produced the soundtrack for Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple, 1985, a film that was both a critical success and a cultural milestone. His work on The Color Purple highlighted his ability to infuse cinematic storytelling with the emotional depth and complexity that he had perfected in his music production. Jones's influence in television was equally significant. He was the producer behind the iconic television series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which launched the career of Will Smith. The series, which ran from 1990 to 1996, became a cultural touchstone and a symbol of 1990s pop culture. Jones's production work in television further solidified his reputation as a versatile and innovative force in the entertainment industry. Health challenges and personal struggles. Throughout his illustrious career, Quincy Jones faced significant personal health challenges, which tested both his physical resilience and his ability to continue working at the highest level. In 1974, Jones suffered 2 brain aneurysms, requiring multiple surgeries. The health scare was a turning point in his life, yet he remained committed to his work, returning to the music scene stronger than ever. Jones also battled type 2 diabetes for many years, a condition that required careful management. In 2015, he was hospitalized after suffering a diabetic coma, which caused many to question how much longer he would be able to continue his work. Despite these challenges, Jones remained an active figure in the music industry, continuing to produce albums, collaborate with artists, and offer guidance to younger generations. His health struggles only deepened his legacy as a symbol of perseverance, showing that even in the face of adversity, he could continue to create and inspire. Addressing rumors and controversies. As a public figure who lived much of his life in the spotlight, Quincy Jones was not immune to rumors and controversies. One of the most notable incidents occurred in 2018 when Jones made a series of candid remarks in an interview with Vulture, in which he discussed his relationships with several celebrities, including Michael Jackson. Jones claimed that Jackson had stolen certain musical ideas from him, and he questioned Jackson's role as a songwriter on some of his most famous tracks. The interview sparked a firestorm of debate among fans and critics alike, with some defending Jones's comments and others accusing him of tarnishing Jackson's legacy. Jones's response to the backlash was measured. He stood by his comments, explaining that his intentions were not to discredit Jackson, but to speak honestly about his experiences in the music industry. The controversy highlighted the complexities of their relationship, one built on mutual respect, but also shaped by the pressures and realities of the music business. Jones continued to speak out about the need for transparency in the industry, pushing for greater acknowledgement of the contributions of all involved in the creation of music. Philanthropy and cultural advocacy. Beyond his music career, Quincy Jones was deeply committed to social justice and philanthropy. Throughout his life, he supported numerous charitable causes, particularly those related to music education, the arts, and civil rights. He established the Quincy Jones Music Consortium, an initiative aimed at providing mentorship and support to young musicians, and was an advocate for greater diversity and inclusion within the music industry. Jones's efforts in the cultural sphere were not limited to his philanthropy. He was also a strong advocate for African American representation in the arts, using his platform to speak out about racial inequality and injustice. His impact on the cultural landscape extended beyond his music, as he worked to ensure that future generations of musicians would have the opportunities and resources to succeed. The lasting legacy of Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones's death in 2024 marked the end of an era, but his influence will continue to be felt for generations to come. His music, his collaborations, and his advocacy for diversity and inclusion in the arts have left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. His contributions to jazz, pop, and film music, as well as his work as a mentor to younger artists, have helped shape the sound and spirit of contemporary music. Jones's legacy is a testament to the power of creativity, perseverance, and innovation. His ability to adapt to changing musical landscapes, his unwavering commitment to excellence, and his deep understanding of music's emotional power ensure that his influence will continue to resonate with musicians and fans alike. In the end, Quincy Jones Jr. will be remembered not only for his extraordinary music, but also for the way he transformed the music industry, breaking down barriers and leaving behind a blueprint for future generations of artists. Quincy Jones, mentorship and influence on the next generation. Throughout his career, Quincy Jones was not only a musical innovator, but also a devoted mentor to countless up-and-coming artists. His role as a guiding figure in the music industry was as significant as his contributions to the music itself. Jones was always open to sharing his vast knowledge and experience with younger musicians, helping them navigate the complexities of the entertainment business. Jones's mentorship was evident in his collaborations with artists like Michael Jackson, but his influence extended far beyond that. He worked with a diverse range of artists, from jazz icons to pop superstars, and took the time to guide them in their own musical and professional journeys. His deep understanding of both the creative and business sides of the industry allowed him to offer advice not only on musical direction, but also on how to build sustainable, long-term careers. In addition to his work with established artists, Jones was also a staunch advocate for supporting emerging talent. He helped launch the careers of several artists who would go on to become major figures in their respective genres. His legacy as a mentor and supporter of new talent is evident in the number of musicians who speak of his generosity and wisdom. Jones was always willing to lend a hand to younger artists, offering them the guidance, opportunities, and resources to succeed. One of Jones's most notable mentorship initiatives was the Quincy Jones Music Consortium, which he founded to provide young musicians with opportunities for education, exposure, and industry support. The consortium was designed to help nurture the next generation of musical talent and provide them with the tools to succeed in a rapidly changing industry. This commitment to education and mentorship was just one of the many ways that Jones ensured his influence would continue long after his passing. Personal challenges and the resilience of Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones's personal life was not without its difficulties, and his resilience in the face of adversity became an integral part of his identity. His early struggles were shaped by a challenging upbringing and his later battles with significant health issues. Despite these obstacles, Jones remained steadfast in his determination to succeed. Growing up in poverty in the segregated South and later in Seattle, Jones faced significant racial and financial challenges. His family struggled, but Jones's innate musical talent and the support of his mother kept him focused on his craft. He was determined to make a name for himself in an industry that was often hostile to African Americans, and his success was a reflection of both his hard work and his relentless drive to overcome adversity. As his career progressed, Jones faced a series of personal health crises that threatened his ability to continue working. In 1974, he suffered 2 brain aneurysms, which required a series of surgeries. Despite the seriousness of the condition, Jones bounced back with remarkable resilience, continuing to work on major projects and collaborate with top-tier artists. His determination to return to his work after such a traumatic health crisis was a testament to his strength and commitment to his craft. Jones also faced a long battle with type 2 diabetes, which required him to adopt a strict regimen to manage his condition. In 2015, he suffered a diabetic coma that led to widespread concern about his health. However, even in the face of such a serious medical setback, Jones remained active in the music industry, continuing to produce and create music well into his later years. His ability to persevere through these personal challenges not only showcased his resilience, but also deepened his legacy as an inspiration to others. The final years, continued influence and lasting impact. In his later years, Quincy Jones remained a dynamic and influential figure in the music industry, continuing to work on projects, collaborate with emerging artists, and contribute to causes close to his heart. His ability to stay relevant in an industry that is constantly evolving was a testament to his versatility and understanding of the ever-changing landscape of music. Jones continued to be a major advocate for music education and social justice, using his platform to raise awareness about issues such as racial inequality and the importance of supporting young artists. He was deeply involved in philanthropic efforts throughout his life, from his work with the Quincy Jones Foundation to his efforts in promoting diversity within the music industry. His commitment to these causes remained strong even in his final years, as he used his influence to drive change and ensure that the next generation of musicians would have the opportunities and resources they needed to succeed. As a cultural icon, Quincy Jones's impact extended beyond music and entertainment. He became a symbol of innovation, perseverance, and the power of the arts to shape society. His death in 2024 was a profound loss, but his legacy continues to inspire artists and creators around the world. In the years following his passing, Jones's influence remains evident in the ongoing success of the projects he worked on and the countless musicians he mentored. His music continues to be celebrated and remembered by fans, and his name is synonymous with excellence, creativity, and the boundless possibilities of music. Whether through his work on Thriller, his groundbreaking jazz compositions, or his contributions to film and television, Quincy Jones leaves behind a body of work that will continue to resonate for generations. Quincy Jones' enduring legacy. Quincy Delight Jones Jr. was more than just a musical genius. He was a visionary who transformed the landscape of modern music and culture. Over his 6-decade-long career, he defied expectations, pushed boundaries, and used his platform to elevate those around him. Through his work as a producer, composer, arranger, and philanthropist, Jones reshaped the music industry, helping to redefine the sound of pop, jazz, R&B, and film scores. Jones' contributions to the world of music, from his groundbreaking work on Thriller to his collaborations with jazz legends like Miles Davis, remain unparalleled. His versatility and ability to adapt to the changing tides of the music world allowed him to remain relevant throughout his career, and his commitment to innovation set him apart as one of the greatest musical minds of all time. Beyond his work in the studio, Jones was a mentor, a philanthropist, and a champion of diversity and inclusion. His influence extended beyond music, impacting the social and cultural landscape in ways that few could have imagined. He was an advocate for young musicians, for racial equality, and for the transformative power of the arts. Quincy Jones leaves behind an extraordinary legacy, one that will continue to inspire musicians, producers, and creatives for generations. His music, his vision, and his unwavering commitment to excellence have cemented his place as one of the most important figures in the history of modern entertainment. While his passing marks the end of an era, Quincy Jones's contributions will continue to shape the future of music for years to come.